Alright, today is May 1st. I think it's, I don't know. I think it's day 29 on the trail. I didn't do a video yesterday. I took a 0 day in Damascus, and it was fantastic. I got up and went to a restaurant, Buzz and I did, and we got some breakfast, coffee, uploaded that last video, and it was nice to relax. Then went to the outfitter next door and found a great pair of shoes, which I wanted to get another pair of shoes. I did ship back my other shoes because I think I probably can probably get a couple hundred more miles of walking out of them. But as far as the AT, they didn't breathe as well as I wanted them to. When they got wet, it took a long time to dry, over a day. So hopefully the ones I got a pair of Keen trail runners. Keen now makes a trail runner, I guess, and I love Keen shoes because they have a wide toe box, so my feet can spread out and air out. As you can probably hear, today it's supposed to be 50-mile-an-hour winds and terrible thunderstorms, but I think thunderstorms supposed to blow out like around 4 o'clock, so hopefully that'll set up for a dry time to pitch my tent, and I'm just going to walk through the thunderstorms. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out on some of the dead trees as I walk today, because they're aptly known as widowmakers, and I do not want a tree to fall on me. So I'll also look out for that when I set up my tent tonight. Anyway, I'll update a little later, maybe during the storm. So, it's still May 1st, end of the day. Looks like about 21 miles for the day is where I'm ending up. I'm at about 5,100 feet elevation in Virginia. I don't know if you can see the view. It is absolutely amazing. I just got up on top of some rocks called Buzzard Rocks, and it was really cool, but really windy. I'm going underneath of a power line and crossing a Forest Service road, I think, right here. Trying to find a place to camp. Just filled up some water. Filled up on water for cooking this evening, and I'm ready to set up my tent. It's about 7:15, so it's kind of a late day, but kind of a late start out of Damascus. But good to get in some miles and still get my 20 or 21 miles, so that's good. Tomorrow's terrain looks pretty good too. I may try to do 25 or 26 miles tomorrow. Tomorrow should be really cool. I get to go to the top of the highest peak in Virginia, Mount Rogers. I get to cross over the 500-mile mark, and I get to go through Grayson Highlands, which is where there's wild ponies on top, and they just let you walk right up to them. I'm sure they've seen just as many hikers on the trail as anything else. but anyway, looks like I'm coming up to somewhere I can tent, and it's going to be nice to sit down and eat a bunch of food and sleep well. A lot of climbing today. Update tomorrow.
So today is day, I think day 30. It's May the 2nd. It's 6 a.m. and I'm up on top of, I think it's called White Mountain, and it's a little above 5,000 feet. And last night it got cold. It's cold right now, and I mean, it's not too cold, but I think it's like in the upper 30s. And the wind has been absurd all night long. I heard a lady down in Damascus yesterday morning before I left tell me that there was going to be 60-mile-an-hour gusts, and it feels like hurricane status. I have no idea how my tent has held up. It's just been buckling in the wind all night. It's somehow holding up. Big Agnes really knows what they're doing. But it's gonna be this is really hard to get out of the tent this morning. It's really cold, and oh man. So I had my wife mail me my 40-degree sleeping bag in Damascus, and I mailed my 30-degree bag back home. And I also mailed back my stocking hat because it's been so warm. I hadn't needed it. And now I'm sitting on a mountain in 30-some degree weather with 60-mile-an-hour winds, and I'm really wishing I hadn't done that. But I was a little chilly last night, but I wasn't shivering, and I got a little bit of rest, but the main reason I didn't get any rest is because of how loud the wind was. But you know, this is all just part of it. You know, yesterday it was windy when we got up top. I knew tonight was going to be tough, but you know, it is what it is. It's things like this that just make the experience that much more memorable, in my opinion. I know some people think that's crazy, and I'm crazy for being out here and putting myself through this stuff, but I love it. I think it's just, I love to just sit back and think about things like this when I'm like back home and stuff, going, man, I remember that time. Remember that time you went up on top of that mountain and it was freezing cold and you didn't have the right bag and it was 60-mile-an-hour winds. I don't know. I just think that kind of stuff is fun. But anyway, it doesn't seem that crazy fun right this second. It's chilly. I just went outside to pee, and I almost froze to death. It was cold, so that's why I put on more clothes when I got in here and got back in my bag to warm up for a second, because it's getting kind of late for me to get up and pack. So I need to get up and pack everything up and get going and get moving, because I will warm up once I start moving. I plan on doing about 23 miles today. As I mentioned before, there's a lot of neat stuff today. There's the coolest thing is there's going to be it's supposed to be the wild ponies in the Grayson Highlands, and if they come out in this wind, hopefully I'll see them, and then I'll cross the 500-mile mark today, so that'll be good. And it won't be long, a couple more days, I'll be at the quarter way of the trail. I'll be done with 25% of the trail coming up here soon. So, you know, little milestones like that are pretty cool. They boost your morale. So, I am going to get packed up, and once I get packed up, I'm gonna definitely have to start moving to keep myself warm until it warms up. I think the wind is supposed to slowly die down around midday today, and I think it's supposed to warm up to I think in the mid 50s, so it should be pretty decent in the next 4 or 5 hours. So hopefully I will have some videos of the wild ponies and the 500-mile mark. So till then.
All right, May 2nd. It's about 7:30. Made it out of the tent in the windy craziness. It's really hard to put up your tent in 50, 60 mile an hour winds. It's trying to like pack up a sail. It was crazy, but I got down off of the area I was on, and it's not as windy down here, but the trail is really pretty. I just saw a wooden sign that said that Mount Rogers is 6.5 miles ahead, which is the tallest peak in Virginia. So kind of looking forward to going there. I'm kind of not, because it's probably going to be super windy up there too. I am really cold. I'm warming up now, but my hands are cold, and they'll eventually warm up. But beautiful morning. Sun's coming up. It's supposed to be a really nice day. Of course, once the wind dies down, it'll be even better. And I appreciate all the comments that everybody's been giving me on my videos. A lot of positive things from a lot of my friends and family, and it helps. It's nice to see that some people are following along on this journey of mine. A lot of people have mentioned how they wish they were out here doing it themselves, and I wish they were out here doing it too. I think that if you truly want to do something like this, you need to get out there and do it. You know, you're only getting older, and it just gets harder and harder the older you get. So if you really want to get out here and do it, you need to get out here and do it. I know it's hard to get out of work and, you know, to take 5 months, 6 months of your life to do something like this, but you know, it took a long time for the opportunity to come about for me as well. I'm really fortunate that I was able to have this opportunity, and it's been an amazing trip so far. I hope I can still make it all the way to the end. I'm not even quite at the 1/4 mile mark, so I still have a long ways to go. But I feel like I've come so far already. But I guess that's just how it is when you take on a 2,200 mile long through hike. So anyway, hopefully I'll have some wild pony pictures and videos here shortly. So here we are at the Wise Shelter, the Grayson Highlands, where there's wild ponies. It's 1 o'clock, everybody's about to eat lunch. They know what the hell's going on.
Still can't find the water. I could hear it, but there was a barbed wire fence.
I better move my stuff before it starts eating on my bag. Alright, so day 30, May the 3rd, so it's 1 month out here on the trail. It's a couple minutes after 1 o'clock. Just did 20 miles for the day by 1 o'clock. Feels pretty good. And now I'm on the side of the road with my buddy here, Ounce and Buzz, and we're trying to get a ride into town. Yes, and we're getting a ride into town because this guy's getting us a ride. All right, I'll update later.